to be honest. So let's keep this going, and we're gonna keep continue doing this until all the situation changes. So first of all, I'd like to talk about what are these calls and why I decided to do this. So these calls are gonna happen every Friday, and the main reason for this is to help you guys out with subjects such as motivation, goal setting, and specifically what we're gonna talk today is kind of like what to do during these times. So at the beginning when I started the call, I was sharing with you guys how, everything had changed so quick. You guys had to adjust everything online, and you guys are not seeing your friends as much. So I wanna address that today and see, and I want you guys to see it from the perspective that Coach Carlos and I are seeing this. So let me share my screen real quick. But before that, if you guys can hear me, can you type the number 1 in the group chat, please? Can you guys type the number 1 in the chat just to make sure you guys can hear me? Awesome, perfect. Can you guys see my screen? Awesome. Type another number 1 if you can see my screen. You see? Awesome, perfect, guys. So, as I was mentioned, today, the main topic that I want to share with you guys is what to do during these times. So, again, a lot of changes happen so quick, but I always try to share the message to you all that it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it, right? So, all the things that happen these past few weeks, you can look at it in 2 different ways. You can either complain, or you can stay positive and try to look for the good ways about it. So now let's say you decide to take the route that most people are taking right now, which is most people are complaining. Most people are looking at the negative side of stuff. Most people are just thinking, oh, this sucks. I'm staying in my house. I cannot leave my house. I'm not able to train with my team. I'm not able to see my friends. But the problem about being in that side and looking at things that way is that having that mindset, having that mentality will make you live day by day. What do I mean by that? I mean that you just wake up, you're not looking forward to anything about the day. You're just doing stuff during the day. That's it. You don't go ahead. You don't move forward, and that will eventually lead you to waste time. So it is really, really common that during these times, guys, you might feel like you're wasting time. You might feel like you're just staying home and you're not progressing. You're not doing much. And that's when you have to stop that mindset. You gotta stop that thinking and make sure you're doing stuff. Now, the problem about living day by day and wasting time is that will make you stay in your comfort zone. Again, it's super easy during these days to don't do anything about it, not working on anything you need to get better, and stay in your comfort zone. Okay? And by being in your comfort zone, that will mean that you're not progressing. Again, super easy during this time to just not be focusing on the things that you need to be focused, just distracting yourself and not progressing in not only in soccer, but in everything. Because at the end of the day, guys, remember, like the message that we try to share with you all is the idea you always have to find ways to progress, to do better. You get a goal, you achieve that goal, okay, how can I be better? Now, that's the part of the complaining. Okay, and understand this. Most people are doing that because that's the easiest route. That's the easiest route. Most people are going to complain. Most people are going to do negative stuff. More people are not going to progress in whatever they want to achieve. But that's when you guys have to change that mindset and go to the other side. So there's the other way to look at this situation. And it is that you must stay positive. That's another thing that Coach Carlos and I will try to share that all the players. You have to find ways to look for the positive side of everything. You might be like, okay, Hector, but how can you look at the positive of this? I mean, everything's locked down and we're staying home. We're not seeing my friends. I'm not playing with my team, all that. But there's positive. I mean, you're hanging out. You're spending more time with your family. At the end of the day, you're in your house. If you have a house, you should feel gratitude that you have a house. There's people that don't have a house right now and they're struggling for this. So there's always something positive to look for. And by you staying positive, that will help you to get a better mindset and will help you to keep working on the things that you want to achieve. That it could be soccer related, school related, whatever it may be. Having a positive mindset will help you keep the same route. Okay, so when you have a positive mindset, that will help you ask yourself the question of, okay, how can I take advantage of this situation? Okay, so it's super important that you ask yourself that question, because again, there's two sides of this, of what we're going on right now. You can complain about it, or you can be, okay, this happened, it might not be as good, it might suck, but how can I improve upon the situation? How can I take advantage of this? Okay, and that's when organization takes a huge place. Organization is super important during these times. Why? Because you guys are so used to, and when I was your age, I was the same thing. We're so used to follow our schedule, right? We wake up, have breakfast, we go to school, go through all our classes, then I might have some practices with MAGIS, and then I have some school practices, and then go home, dinner, fall asleep. And that's probably every day of the week. But now that routine might change because all the things going on. So you have to stay organized. That's another super important topic that I want to touch base with you guys today, is organization. So the way I divided this was, again, not only focusing on soccer, but also schoolwork, for example. You got to stay on top of things. I know most of you all are doing online school. You guys have kind of like a set schedule from 8 to 12. It might change from some players, but make sure you stay accountable with that. Make sure you stay on top of things, that you follow all the steps that your professors are giving you, and make sure you don't fall behind. Doesn't mean just because you're doing online work or online school doesn't mean that you're gonna drop your level, right? Second, reading. So I know most of you all might not like reading, or, well, personally, I don't like reading as much, but I understand this is something that is going to help you. Reading is important. So use this time to do things that might make you uncomfortable, that you might not like, but at the end of the day, will make you better. Will make you better as a person. So reading, I'm not saying that reading might change everything for you, but it's definitely something important. When I was a kid, I used to hate reading. Actually, my mom put me in a reading camp. As my lame that it sounds, it sucked. I hated it. I just wanted to play soccer, but she was just trying to share with me the idea and the importance of reading. And now that I'm older, I understood, and I wish I had that habit when I was younger, when I was your age. And now it doesn't have to be a boring book. Just grab a book, something that interests you, something that, I don't know, spend some time, instead of spending time playing video games or whatever it may be on your phone or Instagram or whatever, pick a book. And again, it's all about getting a habit of doing this stuff. Okay, so I'm not saying you need to eat a book for 1 day, 2 days. No, I don't mean that. I just say, like, getting a habit of, okay, I'm just gonna pick up this book. I'm just gonna read 10 pages per day. And you can do that Monday to Friday, for example, and that'll be it. So again, use this time to become better. Don't get confused and go to it, what most people are doing. They're just getting complacent. They're just using this time as a vacation, and they're just staying the same. They're not progressing. They're staying in the same bubble. We don't want that. We want to find ways to always improve. Okay. Also, another point, of course, main thing that you guys do with us is soccer. Get your touches on the ball. All of you guys are doing our workouts. I've been really happy how everybody's following all the workouts. Everybody's posting on the Facebook group. Keep that going. That's awesome. That's our way to know that you guys are doing it. If you're not posting in the Facebook group, please do it. It doesn't take much time. It just allows us to know that people and players are doing the work. Okay, so make sure you get your touches in every day. Now, don't wait for us to send a workout. There's people, we send the workouts to get touch on the ball Tuesday and Thursday. That doesn't mean that you can't do something Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Get your touches in. I always share with you guys, you need to touch the ball every day of the week, even when you're training with your team. Now, even more, super important. Okay. And with this, I like to share with you also that you have to look at the positive thing out of the situation. So what do I mean by that? I mean that for the first time, everybody in the US pretty much, but let's say in Tennessee, is in the same boat as you. Meaning that nobody is in school, nobody's training, nobody. So for the first time, everybody's in the same level. So use that as an advantage and get better every day. Instead of looking at this as, this is boring, I'm not gonna do anything. No, do the opposite. That's how you're gonna make the difference and actually improve more than anybody else, and you can be better. Okay. Also, another point: study your idols. So, and with this, I like to ask you, who's your favorite soccer player? So take some time, write in the chat real quick, in the group chat, who's your favorite soccer player? I'd like to know. Who's your favorite soccer player? Please let me know in the group chat. Agüero, good. Mané, Christian, Messi, Ertz, Julie Ertz, Lovell, Divi, Vidal, gotta love Vidal. De Jong, Messi, good. De Bruyne, Lovell, Matthew, Haaland, good, good. Asensio, perfect, perfect, perfect. So the main reason I'm asking you guys that is because study your idols, meaning your favorite soccer players. You guys have them there. Watch a YouTube video about them. You know, first of all, it's fun, and also you're learning. Okay, best ways to learn some stuff is watching and doing them, of course. You're already doing them. You're already getting your touches. But watch them, and nowadays it's so easy. You don't need to overcomplicate things. Just go on YouTube and go Kevin De Bruyne skills, Vidal skills, or whatever it may be. And if you want to go further down the line, you know, study what or try to find what did they do to become so successful. Okay, because at the end of the day, all of those guys that you wrote there in the group chat, all of them are successful people. They achieve a certain amount of success. So at the end of the day, you should ask yourself, how did that player, how did he do that? What did he do that I can't do right now to make sure I get to that level? Okay? And again, it doesn't take much time, just something that you can do on your own. You can set a goal that you watch a video per day, whatever it may be. Okay? Another point, help your parents. It's a huge one. And with this, I mean, now you spend a lot of time at home. And you're probably hanging out a lot of time with your parents. Help them with something. Okay? Take ownership. Most of you all might want to play soccer in college. Some of you are really young. You don't need to worry for this as much. But some of you in 1-2 years are gonna be in college. You're gonna be living in your own. Take ownership. Do activities at your house. Help your parents. Take the trash out. Wash the dishes. Clean. I don't know, whatever it may be. Use the time to help them out. Okay? Don't just be in the house and don't do anything about it. Just sitting in the couch or watching Netflix or watch a video game. No. Take ownership, because at the end of the day, those things will help you down the line in your life. Trust me. So all of those things are part of staying positive, looking at the good things about the situation and ways to improve. Okay, and I created a daily planner. I sent this in our Facebook group, I believe last week. I'm gonna send this again. As soon as we finish our call. We're about to be done. And what I want from now on from you guys, this is kind of like the homework that I want from you guys. I'm gonna send this into a Facebook group, and I want you guys to every day starting next week to fill out what you're gonna do for the day. Okay? Ideally though, when you do this, you want to do it the day before. That way you already know what you're going to do the next day. The main reason why I want to do this and what I think is so important is because you guys don't have a set schedule. It is easy to lose track of what you're doing, and then you ended up realizing that you didn't do anything during that day. That has happened to me a lot of times, and I hate it. That's why, well, I have it with me. It's my calendar. I write everything here, everything. Actually, I write everything on a Sunday. I write everything that I'm gonna do the next week every day. I write it on the Sunday. With you guys, I don't ask you to do that, just the daily planner. So the homework for you all, after we get done with the call, I'm gonna send this into I'm gonna send the daily planner into a Facebook group. Starting next week, every day of the week, I want you guys to send a picture. You can just write it, send a picture of it, and show in the group what you're gonna be doing for the day. Now, there is times slots for everything. Doesn't mean that you have to be doing something every hour of the day. I'm not asking you, this is not the military or whatever. No, I use this something to keep accountability from everybody and making sure that you guys are staying organized and that you're taking advantage of this time. Okay, time is the most precious thing that we have. Whenever a day passes, that day we cannot get it back. So use it wisely during this time, always to become better. So guys, that was it for the call. Again, I'll be sharing this in the Facebook group. Make sure to be aware of that. Also, reminder, after each workout, after each day, please go to a Facebook group, comment that you've done it. That's our way to know that you guys did the workout, that you guys watched all the games and everything. But yeah, looking forward for next week for all the trainings, and keep it up. You guys have done an amazing job doing all the trainings, right? Well, guys, see you guys soon. Take care.